When people hear about the 1969 Charleston Hospital Workers Strike, they often think it was just a labor dispute, just a fight for better pay or safer working conditions. But that's a myth. The truth is far deeper. This strike wasn't simply about wages. It was about dignity, justice, and the daily reality of being black and undervalued in the American South. In the late 1960s, Charleston's two main hospitals relied on hundreds of black workers, almost all women. They cleaned rooms, lifted patients, changed beds, and fed those who were too sick to feed themselves. They kept the hospitals running, but they were paid poverty wages, given no voice at work, and regularly disrespected by white supervisors who held all the power. Segregation may have ended on paper, but it lingered in hospitals. Black workers were trapped in the lowest paid positions with no path upward, and if they questioned unfair treatment, they could be fired without warning. That's exactly what happened in early 1969, when 12 black women were suddenly dismissed for so-called inefficiency. To the workers, this wasn't about performance. It was clear retaliation for speaking up. That moment lit a spark. Women like Mary Moultrie stepped forward and began organizing. They weren't just demanding higher wages. They were demanding respect, fairness, and the right to be treated as human beings instead of invisible labor. On March 20, 1969, about 400 workers walked off the job. What followed went far beyond a workplace disagreement. It turned into a big civil rights fight, with Coretta Scott King joining the workers. Churches opened their doors for nightly meetings. The community rallied to support families and keep hope alive. And in return, the state sent in the National Guard, enforced curfews, and arrested hundreds. That kind of response doesn't come from a simple fight over pay. It comes from the threat of black workers demanding equality in a system built on their silence. The idea that the Charleston Hospital Workers Strike was just a labor dispute misses the point. These women weren't only fighting for better wages. They were fighting for recognition of their worth. The strike stood at the intersection of civil rights and workers' rights, showing that economic justice and racial justice are inseparable.